What up, fans, and welcome back to the MMA channel with me, Marisol. I do want to add a little bit of a disclaimer at the top of today's video. I am not in complete control of my environment, so if you do hear any background noise, hopefully it just adds to the ambiance of the video. But let's go ahead and get into it because I am so extremely excited to talk about Brandon Moreno, who is the new flyweight champion of the UFC, making history in the sport by being the first Mexican-born champion. So let's go ahead and get into the significance of that, the significance of his win for the UFC, for the flyweight division, and how it is just absolutely amazing and the potential is just astronomical. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first and foremost, let's do a quick recap because this moment in time has been a long time coming. He was able to secure the belt by getting a rear naked choke on Figueiredo in the third round. And like I said, it was a long time coming since essentially Moreno has been in the sport for 15 years. And this, like many fighters, has been his goal, and he was able to overcome so much adversity in order to get here. First and foremost, we have their most recent fight, which ended in a draw. And quite frankly, not that many fights in the UFC even end in a draw. So it's very rare to see that, but it is something that we saw, which I am sure just added to the fuel of him really wanting to get this rematch and to really train so much more smarter, so much harder for this rematch. And he did. Like he said in the post-fight conference, he essentially has been training since then for 6 months for that moment, and it definitely paid off. But not only that, like I mentioned, that he has overcome so much adversity because he was originally cut from the UFC. After about a 2-fight streak, he was cut from the UFC. I think it was a 2-fight losing streak. He was cut from the UFC, went off, and actually didn't let that discourage him. He continued to fight, he continued to train, and eventually came back to the UFC and was able to secure this win after, in 2017, he even stated after a fight that he was promising that he would one day be the champ, and he came through on that promise just this last weekend by being the first Mexican-born champion in the UFC. So yes, there have been other Mexican champions. They have been American-born. He is the first Mexican-born, which he was very adamant about even in that first fight, and now making just amazing history. And as a Mexicana, I am definitely proud and excited. And I was that night. I was so hyped up, and I'm so hyped up now. And just to get into the significance of that, because he did mention that not only is MMA still a young sport, especially in comparison to the others, but it is still young in Mexico. So the significance here is that he, as a champion, has this amazing opportunity to make MMA much more popular in Mexico and bring in a stronger and a larger community, or making MMA, the UFC, a larger community as well by bringing in a larger fan base. And not only that, but when we talk about the flyweight division, we're talking about a division that has maybe not been as a bright of a division as, let's say, the others, or as popular of a division as others. When just a few years back, we were talking about getting rid of the flyweight division, fighters were being cut, and then there was this huge conversation about Cejudo being the one to save the flyweight division, and which we could argue that Cejudo did save the flyweight division. But instead of staying there, he decided to go up and challenge for the bantamweight belt, which he did. But then essentially he left the flyweight division instead of staying there and allowing it to thrive under his championship. So what we get now, I think, we can say Cejudo saved the flyweight division because it is still there. But I think now with Brandon Moreno being able to potentially bring in so many more fans and introduce the sport to so many more people, we can now have a flyweight division that can thrive with him as champion. I think that is also part of the significance here. Not only is his history because he's the first Mexican-born champion, but I think that he has the potential to be a star and to grow the sport and to have us all witness a flyweight division that is thriving, where people are excited to see the flyweight matches as much as they would be excited to see any other division, the heavyweights, what have you, which I think we're getting there already. Maybe it's just me because I'm always excited to see the fights anyway, so maybe I'm a little bit biased in that way. But maybe for the casual fans, maybe the people who tend to just really want to see the powerful knockouts and what have you, are now also going to be excited to see the flyweights fighting as well. But let me know what you guys think. I'm so excited to talk about this and hear what your opinions are. Just just thinking about maybe could we see this thriving flyweight division as well. Let me know your thoughts on that. And also, I do want to say, if you want to see more content, hear from me more, definitely follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. And also, do not forget to subscribe because I'll be coming at you with more content. See you in the next one.